Man, what is good, YouTube? I decided to make a 16-man tournament of all the GOATs in the UFC to see who comes out on top. We got the flyweight GOAT all the way to the heavyweight GOAT, everyone in the conversation. Also, we just got an MMA GOAT that wasn't in the UFC like Fedor. I tried to get every 2-division champ or double champ, but some of them are going to be left out like BJ Penn and Henry Cejudo. But anyways, we get into the first matchup of the day. We got Daniel Cormier taking on Fedor. Malik, I can't say his name, my fault. Starting off this tournament, we got DC taking on Fedor. With DC, his only losses coming to Stipe and Jon Jones. And then there's Fedor, who's considered an MMA GOAT, but never got to actually fight inside the UFC. And for the first round, I tried to put the best matchups together, at least going by weight class, except the only weird one being Conor McGregor versus Stipe. Starting off this fight, DC was able to hurt Fedor, but Fedor was able to hurt him back, and DC got this fight to the ground.
Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way.
Oh, somehow, some way.
Mission defense wins this transition.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Oh, huge.
Once this fight hit the ground, DC started to take over, dominating. He was in top mount for most of it, landing big shots and some elbows that hurt Fedor. DC starts out round 2 with a body kick. Fedor misses a head kick, and then he gets hit by a 3-piece combo that sits him down badly. DC follows him to the ground, starts landing big shots, moves on to top mount where he gets dominant position again.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Oh, heavy shots raining down. Triangles in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You got to make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
It's nice to hear DC commentating his own fight, but he sits down Fedor once again. After doing a whole bunch of damage on the ground, it was easier to land a big shot.
Oh my God!
We have another dream matchup. We got a prime light heavyweight Jon Jones taking on a prime Anderson Silva. This fight had a chance to get made in the UFC, but it just ended up never happening.
But it might be a good time.
That thud on the table, that was weak.
Still getting it done. Oh, he's in a world of trouble now. Oh, heavy shots continue to rain down.
Jon Jones started out this fight rushing in like Dricus du Plessis. Silva was able to land a great counter, almost getting the heavyweight GOAT out in the first round. But Jon Jones, he was able to get back up to the feet, but Silva lands a nice lead high kick and then another high kick, hurting Jon Jones.
Oh, that's a heavy kick downstairs. Oh, Jones gets the double leg takedown. Nothing telegraphed about that shot.
Silva was clearly landing the bigger shots on the feet, but Jones was able to get a takedown to end round 1. But now we're in round 2. Silva lands another lead high kick that opens up a cut on Jones, but Jones does a spinning side kick to the face that hurts Silva. Attempts to get this fight to the ground, but Silva was able to stuff it. Jon Jones started working the body at a distance, and Silva hit him with a Superman punch in a combo that sits him down.
Jones has got him in a crucifix now, going to go to work from the top. Going for a submission now, or so it appears. He's an attempt now, that one looks tight. Oh, bails on the submission now.
Knee on belly.
Oh, what a connection right off the gut. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
Jones, after a not so good round 1, he was able to bounce back, get in the fight to the ground, and doing a lot of damage there on Silva. Round 3, he lands a nice high kick. He had Silva wobbling backwards, but Silva recovered, lands his own high kick that sits down Jones. Silva was mixing it up with a jumping back kick to the body, and he did his own jumping roundhouse on Jones that sat him down. And he was going in for the finish, but Jones was able to not get hit by any big shots, pulled Silva into his guard, and started setting up a guillotine.
Oh, nice guillotine there.
Oh, and now he gives up on the submission.
Sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities
to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of here.
Jones did take some big damage in round 3, but he got the fight to the ground where he was setting up submissions, and he was also landing big shots on Silva. At the very end, almost getting the finish, but he goes back down when he was probably one shot away from Herb Dean stepping in, and we went to a decision.
Judge 1 scores this contest, 29-28, Silva. Judge 2 scores it, 9-28, Jones. And Judge 3 scores it, 29-28 for the winner by split decision, John Bones Jones!
This next one, we got Mighty Mouse, the flyweight GOAT, taking on Aljamain Sterling. Alright, for bantamweight, I was going to have Dominic Cruz in the tournament, but I didn't have the best version of him on lock. So Aljamain Sterling, a lot of people believe him to be the GOAT. So I just put him in there instead of Dominic Cruz. Also, EA, we're going to need a better Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is at a 4.5 star. We really need a 5-star Mighty Mouse. He is a MMA GOAT, flyweight GOAT, 11 title defenses, and we don't even got a 5-star.
Technique. Okay, he's got it. That's it.
Oh, he escapes.
He got up.
Attempting an armbar here. Ooh. Back to
The first round was back and forth, but now we're in the second round. Mighty Mouse was starting out. He was landing some nice high kicks. Sterling tried to mix it up, get in this fight to the ground, but wasn't able to. And Demetrius Johnson, he went in on his own takedown, but Sterling started setting up a guillotine. But Mighty Mouse was able to pop out of that, and he had top control on Sterling.
indeed.
And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. Once he gets across, he was about to drop. Oh, man, that was slick.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots. Side control.
Well, side control just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Another back and forth round on the ground, but it seemed like Sterling, he did more damage in that round. Now we're in round 3. This is basically a grappling match. Mighty Mouse was able to get the fight to the ground again, but he got stuck into a guillotine. But he was able to get out of that, went for some ground and pound. Sterling took his back, moved on to top mount. He had the dominant position in top mount, but he decided to let Mighty Mouse back up to the feet.
And it looks as though he'll let his opponent stand up.
The fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
Sterling let him back up to the feet, took a big shot, didn't waste no time getting the fight back to the ground. Mighty Mouse, he went for an out-of-range calf kick, and Sterling was able to capitalize, get the fight to the ground once again. Had him in crucifix where he started landing some big shots on Mighty Mouse, and Mighty Mouse was having a tough time getting out. Sterling was able to open up a cut on Mighty Mouse, and he dominated the rest of the round on top.
Now, before it gets worse, the wrist.
Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
The judges scored the contest 29-28, 30-27, 29-28. Declared the winner by unanimous decision, Aljamain Punkmaster Sterling.
In this next matchup, we got two lightweights, and they're both cousins. We got Islam Makhachev taking on Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib was able to get a double leg pretty early in this fight, but eventually Islam was able to take his back, and he got a rear naked choke that he was able to lock in, almost finishing Khabib in the first round.
Oh, how'd he get out?
He pushed the elbow up, released the pressure, and turned his back down to the mat. This is where he wants to be.
Moving his head pretty well defensively on the ground here.
In the first round, they had about the same amount of control time, but Islam Makhachev, he was able to lock in the submission and did way more damage in top mount. Islam Makhachev started out with an overhand and an uppercut that clearly missed, but somehow rocked Khabib. Landed a head kick on Khabib that he ate, but then he went up with another one, and that one rocked him.
Well, he's landed a few big double, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily and...
Oh, no!
Oh, the judo chop.
Oh, he got to the spot.
Oh, now looking to posture up, and he lands on.
Now in this next matchup, we got the heavyweight GOAT, Stipe Miocic, taking on the first double champ, Conor McGregor. I know when I play online, there's a little bit of a difference from power from heavyweight to flyweight, but I never really noticed it in the tournaments until this fight. It seemed like Stipe's shots were doing a lot more damage. In recent updates, it seems like there's been a lot more of a difference between the weight classes, and I never really noticed it in the tournaments. It didn't seem like it was really a thing for the tournaments, but in this one, it seemed like there was a little bit of a difference. But at the same time, the lighter weights, they have a speed advantage.
It landed. He hurt him. Now he's back up. Good right hand right there.
Oh, big diving punch to the head. Oh, this one. Miocic gets absolutely tagged by that stiff jab. At that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great Great strikes, kicks.
In this next fight, we got two fighters in the conversation for the featherweight GOAT. We got Jose Aldo taking on Alexander Volkanovski. Volk started off his fight great with a high kick that was able to hurt Aldo and a low kick that hurt him also.
Under his opponent with one leg.
He got him hurt bad here.
Volkanovski putting it all together. This is how these guys are both tensions. Oh, big left hook there.
Hurt him again.
We might get a stoppage here.
They were going to war in the first round, both being able to hurt each other. Jose Aldo was the only one with a knockdown, but Volk was throwing back, and we got to round two. They just decided to trade in the middle of the octagon, and Jose Aldo got the better of it, being able to drop Volkanovski. Went in for the finish, but wasn't able to find it.
Back to his feet. Oh, big left hand.
Able to do it because his cardio is so good.
After taking a lot of damage on the feet, Volk was bouncing back. He was able to sit down Aldo and land another leg kick, which takes away his power. He got rocked once again, but he lands that calf kick on Aldo, and he has him hurt badly. Only a few more would probably take him out, but he got sat down by his Superman punch. Jose Aldo was able to keep him down for the rest of round two. Then we got to round three. Starts out with a glove touch.
Not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Nice leg kick.
With 3 minutes left in round three, Aldo attempted another Superman punch, but he got back-to-back with two calf kicks that sat him down. Volk knew he had his legs low, so he went back to attack the legs, but he got checked, and now his legs in the same danger that he had Aldo's. But Aldo got into an exchange, and Volkanovski got the better of it. He had Aldo wobbling backwards, and he went in for the finish, had him on the fence, and he went up with a high kick that was able to sit down Aldo. Probably could have got a ground and pound finish right there, but he didn't follow up.
With critical damage and cuts.
This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
In a close back-and-forth fight, Jose Aldo almost made it to decision, but Volkanovski was able to get a ground-and-pound finish with 2 seconds left on the clock, and now we got two fighters in the welterweight GOAT conversation, GSP and Kamaru Usman.
Well, as Colby Covington can attest, well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by GSP. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. And up here, Usman's really to the issue now, and he's got his opponent's belly flat on the mat.
Big ground and pound.
And he's back up.
After being able to dominate GSP on the ground, Kamaru Usman got this fight back up to the feet, and he went ahead, shot another takedown, so I don't know why he did it. GSP almost got him with a guillotine, but he was able to get out of it. Usman had him on the ground again, but he wasn't able to dominate the same way as he did earlier, so it was probably a mistake to let him up. But GSP, he was able to get up. Usman shot another takedown, and GSP was able to reverse it, had him on the ground for the rest of round one. Then we got to round two, and he has no respect, coming out with a switch kick.
By George St. Pierre. Oh, another.
Oh, he's attacking guillotine. Oh.
Guillotine is officially tight. Oh.
Count. He is not. Every punch at length, he wants you to feel it.
All right, so that opened up.
Shot's too clean, and now a cut is opened up. Knee on belly.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by GSP.
GSP sits down Usman with a huge head kick after getting dominated on the ground. But Usman, he wants this fight back to the ground. GSP went to work the body, and Usman got it to the ground, and he was able to keep him there for the rest of round two. But he did get knocked down. Now we're in round three. They started off, and they were trading right off the bat. But Usman, he has power. GSP got too comfortable and got sat down.
When you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Oh, big shots here.
Yeah.
GSP was doing his best to escape, but Kamaru Usman was dominating on the ground once again. He was stuck in a crucifix, but he didn't take too much damage. He was able to get out of it. It was in top mount, and he was able to get back up to the feet. And Usman, he shot a double leg and got it back to the ground once again, and we went to a decision.
Right, that is the fight.
The judges score the contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare,
In this next one, we got one of the biggest rivalries in MMA history. The arguable MMA middleweight GOAT, Israel Adesanya, taking on Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira, he may not be a GOAT of any division, but he got 2 titles in 2 different divisions, and he beat 8 people that held a title, and that is counting Yuri twice. This man hasn't even been in the sport for that long, and he's already climbing up the GOAT ladder fast as hell. But he's going to have to be able to beat Israel Adesanya in this tournament. But Israel Adesanya, he was able to land a couple big ones on Pereira, but Pereira sat him down.
Knows, yes it is. Cormier trying to get in there and shut it, but of course as soon as he absorbs the strike. Back to the feet. Oh man, he's effective as straight punches we've seen all night.
Huge straight punch, beautiful leg kick that landed there.
Oh!
His opponent's night.
After a brutal knockout to end that round, we move on to the quarterfinals, and starting off the quarterfinals, we got another of one of the biggest rivalries in MMA history. We got Daniel Cormier taking on Jon Jones.
Martial arts, but in UFC history.
This might be the biggest shot fight. He landed a massive one to put his opponent on wobbly legs. Oh, nice level change. And now he's attempting to choke.
DC was off to a great start. He was able to hurt Jones on the feet in the first 20 seconds, and then he got this fight to the ground. Almost got stuck in the guillotine, but he survives it. He moved on the top mount where he landed some brutal shots and a nice elbow to end it off, but Jones, he got back up to the feet. Cormier was walking him down, double jab. He caught Jon Jones in midair throwing a flying knee, hit him with a hip toss, and Jones got back up and hit him with a lead high kick. Jones decided he wanted this fight on the ground, but Cormier, he goes ahead and he reverses him. I don't know why Jon Jones would do that, but to be honest, in this game, I noticed in the simulations, Jon Jones hasn't been doing great on the feet.
The bad man stop.
Alright, we got another one. We got a grappler versus grappler. We got Aljamain Sterling taking on Khabib Nurmagomedov. And Khabib was able to get a double leg. He was able to move on the crucifix. And he started landing some big shots on Sterling. And he had him there for a while, but he gave up on it, going for an arm triangle. Really pushing for the finish. But Sterling, he got success. He was able to reverse the position until Khabib took it back and moved on the top mount. And he was able to rock him. Probably could have got him out with one more shot. And he decides to flex on him with an armbar.
Magomedov's going for an arm here. Oh.
Got himself out of it, and now he fights on. Safety. Find a way that you can recover. He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement. Perfect position.
Round number 2, they start out with a glove touch, a little teep to the body. Khabib, he moves out of the way of an overhand, clinches up with Sterling. Sterling gets it back, and he attempts a guillotine. I don't know why he would try to get this fight on the ground. He had some success, but I wouldn't want to mess with Khabib there. And Khabib, he starts setting up an arm triangle. Wasn't able to lock in any submissions yet, and he didn't try to this time. He went out of it. He was able to rock Sterling, went for an armbar, but he used it to take his back, and Sterling got back up to the feet.
He is truly the total. See, perhaps this will be the round in which the wrestler actually goes for a takedown. He's not even feinting shots thus far.
It's crazy because the takedown set up the striking. He is limiting himself in his approach because he keeps getting hit there. It's only going to get hit there.
Huge strike lands there. Somehow his opponent stays.
It's over.
Khabib was able to go ahead, get the finish over Sterling. Now we got Volkanovski taking on Stipe. Volkanovski turned to a wrestler. He didn't want to mess with that heavyweight power, but Stipe was able to get back up to the feet just to eat 2 head kicks. Volk went ahead and ate back-to-back elbows. One cut him open and one sat him down. Stipe followed him to the ground. He was getting some ground and pound off, trying to push for that finish, but Volkanovski pulls him back down in his guard and takes his back.
Postures up now. Oh, and delivers. Postures up again and delivers another sequence of ground and pound there. Nice.
Better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Round 2 is next.
Volkanovski was able to end round 1 with the top control, but Stipe, he came out and he was hunting down Volk, landing some big shots in the first minute. Volkanovski, he tried to mix it up with a takedown, but Stipe was able to stuff that, land a knee in the clinch, and he throws 2 hooks, and he sits down Volk bad.
Oh, he's in trouble. Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. Well, he's in.
Volk was not able to handle the heavyweight power, but now we get in this one. We got a wrestler versus striker matchup. Kamaru Usman taking on Alex Pereira. Usman got a double leg, but Pereira was actually able to get back up to the feet pretty quick. He lands a nice elbow to a spinning body kick combination. And Usman, he gets hit by an uppercut that has him wobbling backwards. And he gets this fight to the ground once again.
Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Ground and pound. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. Trademark.
Round number 2, Alex Pereira was able to keep this fight on the feet. Usman shot a takedown that got stuffed. He shot another one, and he was able to get it this time where he moved on the top mount, and he started doing damage.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do? Usman's in half guard. Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
Yep.
Oh, the huge elbow there.
Usman was dominating Pereira on the ground this round. He was in top mount, and he was just going back to back, landing big shots. He postured up again, landing some more big shots. Alex Pereira, he was stuck in top mount for a while, but eventually he got the half guard. But that didn't stop Usman from going for some ground and pound. But Pereira was actually able to reverse the position from it, but it didn't last too long because Usman got that position back, got the top mount, and he landed a buzzer beater at the end of round 2, the Rock Pereira, and then we got the round 3. Alex Pereira starts out with a jab. Usman throws it straight to the body, then he moves out the way, throws an uppercut. Pereira goes for a spinning body kick, but he missed it. Usman sat him down, but Pereira lands a nice leg kick that had Usman wobbling backwards. So that made Usman get close. He clenches up with Pereira, then he drags him down with a single leg, and he goes to work on the ground once again.
They just turned off the TV, but every time
Standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
is out of it. Right left and right. The best head kicks you'll ever see.
Big shot to the head.
He's very close to the finish here.
We get into the semifinals where it is all wrestlers except for Stipe, but Stipe still uses his wrestling. On one side, we got two friends, DC and Khabib Nurmagomedov, and the other side, we got Stipe taking on Kamaru Usman. Starting off in the final four, we got two friends. We got Daniel Cormier taking on Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib was able to shoot a double again. He got Daniel Cormier to the ground pretty easy.
High-level grappling can really be an
White setting up for an armbar now. Still not out of harm's way yet.
Look at all the pressure on the arm.
Khabib was off to a great start. He was dominating the fight on the ground, locking in an armbar, almost getting DC out of there. He had his back flat for a second, but DC survived that.
Second mark in our opening round. Cormier's now dealing with a by first round TKO.
For the winner to take on Khabib in the finals, we got Stipe taking on Kamaru Usman, and Stipe was off to a good start. First 30 seconds was able to drop Kamaru.
Effective punch from the clinch there, and with the postures up, it delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the
Kamaru was able to control Stipe for a little bit and let off some ground and pound, but Stipe eventually was able to reverse the position. But then like 10 seconds later, Kamaru got their position back.
Oh, huge pop from the crowd as the fighters get back up to their feet. I mean, you and I love a good grappling match, but these fighters huge. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Round two next.
We got the round two. They started off with a staring contest. Stipe tried to go to the body, but he got hit by an elbow. Kamaru, he clinched up with Stipe, but Stipe pushed him off, and then he shot a double leg, and he was able to get Stipe to the ground.
Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Oh, that transition to top position. Beautiful work by Miocic.
Those key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard.
Starting off round three, Stipe came out with a knee and an elbow. Then he threw an overhand and got hit by a check hook. Stipe, he attempted a body kick, so Kamaru attempted a takedown, but Stipe was able to stuff it, had him in a clinch, gave him two knees to the body, then they separated. And Usman was fully committed to the takedowns. He shot another one, got in Stipe's back, they separated, then he shot another double leg, relentlessly shooting takedowns, and he got to the ground once again.
Up in a big head strike by Usman. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here.
Stipe wasn't doing great at escaping the bottom. Kamaru Usman had him in top mount, and he postured up for it one last time, going in there, letting off some ground and pound, almost getting the finish. We went to a decision.
The judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
Entering the final matchup for the GOAT title, we got two people making it. We got the lightweight GOAT, Khabib Nurmagomedov, taking on the welterweight GOAT, Kamaru Usman. Khabib was looking for a glove touch to start this fight, but Kamaru didn't give it to him, and he started landing some good shots. They both shot a takedown at the same time, but Khabib got the better of it until he postured up, went for a straight right on the ground, and got reversed, and he ended up in top mount.
Down. Khabib has wrestling like not many others we have seen inside the octagon. But Usman does have an ability to defend that. Can Usman deal with the pressure?
Strong work from the top here by Usman.
Khabib was eventually able to get to position until Kamaru Usman used the cage to get it back, but then Khabib took his back. They were going back and forth on the ground. With 2 minutes left in round one, Khabib starts setting up a Darce choke.
Looks like a Darce choke. Oh, Darce choke, locked and loaded. Oh, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, the wrestling's on point and the ground and pound going on as well.
You know, these skills are...
Oh, lands a hip toss now. Effective jab there.
Oh, guillotine here.
Oh, that gilly is tough.
Both fighters were fully committed to a grappling match. Kamaru Usman had the fight on the ground, but Khabib had a gilly in, and he was able to lock it in, almost getting Kamaru out of there. But Kamaru survives, but he ends up in top mount at the end of round one. Khabib started letting off some ground and pound, not landing too much. This time, Khabib went for the glove touch again, but he hit him with a straight right to the body instead. Then he shot a double leg, got him to the ground.
Setting up a submission.
As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and pull guard.
With a massive highlight at the Garden. Official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 3 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
And that wraps up the tournament of all the GOATs in the UFC. Finishing on top, we got Khabib Nurmagomedov winning the championship of all the GOATs in the UFC. He dominated his way through the tournament. First 2 rounds, he had round 2 TKOs. And then in the next one, to move on to the championship, he got a round 1 TKO against Daniel Cormier. And then in the second round of the championship match against Kamaru Usman, got a round 2 sub, triangle choke to win the championship. And my fault. This video was probably supposed to drop like 2-3 days ago, but my immune system is ass. No excuses, but my fault. I'm out.